With that story, we can speak now to Robert Kelly, Professor of Political Science at South Korea's Pusan National University. He joins us live from Seoul. In the times before President Donald Trump, there was a sort of moral high ground when it came to trading insults and the sort of lack of diplomatic language. How much does this escalate and fuel things, do you think?
I think it makes it pretty bad. I think it's actually highly unlikely, just by the merits of the argument, that anyone in this region wants a major conflict. I don't think the South Koreans do, the Japanese. I think the North Koreans know that if they attack the United States, that will be destroyed, just as the president said at the UN the other day. But the president's language, quite honestly, is really raising the temperature. If there's a conflict, it's going to be a spiral of events that stem from misperceptions based on what the president's been saying for the last few weeks and months.
Does anybody in South Korea genuinely think there will be some armed conflict?
Not that you can see from sort of cable news and the newspapers and stuff like that, right? I think conservative newspapers in the South are a little bit more prepared to go along with the president's language, but even the most important conservative outlet here has said that the president's speech at the UN, for example, was barely coherent. I don't think South Korean hawks want to sort of go down this route. I think they would like the president to be, the American president, to simply get off of Twitter. I think many people would like him to simply stop using Twitter in this manner. Certainly the president of South Korea, who's a liberal, is quite uncomfortable with this, although he'll not say it publicly.
And in terms of the liberal attitude of the president of South Korea, the new elected president of South Korea, and his genuine desire to bring about some sort of negotiation or talks with the North, is there anything going on back channel to suggest that that could be an eventuality?
Yeah, there are always rumors of sort of back channels and stuff like that, right? I mean, there's always sort of these track two rumors that South Korean corporations, for example, reach out to people they know through North Korea's informal markets and things like that. There's always these sort of rumors, but, you know, at the track one level, at the public level, the North Koreans have really swatted away the overtures made by the South Korean president. And he's actually tried. I mean, he really does. The current South Korean president, Moon Jae-in, really does actually want some kind of deal. He really, really doesn't want to go this route. He spent 20 years arguing for engagement with North Korea, and he really has reached out. I would argue that Donald Trump, to a certain extent, has undercut him in the last few months. Again, I don't think anyone will say that, but I think it's true. I also think the North Koreans would prefer to go straight and talk to the Americans. They like the idea of the prestige of dealing direct with the United States and sort of pushing South Korea out of the way. That's also one of the problems that Trump's behavior has created, is that the South Koreans are being sidelined, but it's the South Koreans who have to clean up this mess if it really gets